The purple Extant logo appears on a white screen. It fades away and another image appears, with black text that tells us that this is the Pathways Directors Showcase, recorded on the 28th of January 2022 at the Cockpit in London. The image is a director who is laughing out loud. Her face has a wide smile. She has glasses and large headphones, and long fair hair draped over her shoulders. The colours are bright and cheery pinks and yellows, and the image credit is to Sally Booth. The image fades away and black text appears on the white background. Pathways is Extant's pioneering 4-year-long programme that aims to influence, embed and improve greater awareness of and accessibility for blind and visually impaired practitioners across the theatre industry. The screen fades to black and the lights come up on an empty studio space. Our compares enter from the back, left and right hand side of the stage.
Hello and welcome to the Pathways Directors Showcase. Thank you so much for coming to support all of our emerging directors as they approach the culmination of their 2-year course. We will be your compares for this evening. With me on stage is Anthony Goff. Anthony is a 5'7" white man. He has dark blonde spiky hair, hazel eyes, and he wears metal framed glasses. Known as the class clown at school, he is often seen sporting a cheeky smile on his animated face.
And I'm joined by Douglas Walker. Dougie is a medium height, white man. His hair is more or less brown. His eyes are more or less green. His beard is just more. His mother describes him as barrel-chested. We met on the Pathways Actors course back in 2018.
Extant is a theatre company who support and promote visually impaired artists and audiences in all areas of theatre, and Pathways is part of their artist development initiative. As Anthony mentioned, we met on the first Pathways course back in 2018, which was for actors. In those heady pre-pandemic days, we were lucky enough to meet up once a month for 2 days, where we had workshops on everything from physical theatre to how to fill in applications for funding from the Arts Council. I enjoyed my time with Pathways immensely, and can safely say without fear of exaggeration that it transformed my acting career completely. I'm delighted to be back this evening to appear in 2 of the extracts and support all of these new generation of Pathways artists. Anthony enjoyed the experience so much that he decided to come back and do the whole thing again, this time as a director.
For my sins. I'm delighted to be part of this private directing programme. Throughout the past 2 years, Extant have supported us in a training programme that's included bespoke masterclasses, shadowing opportunities and one-to-one mentoring sessions. This has enabled us as Pathways directors to develop our work, to research and develop concepts, and it's culminated in this evening's showcase. As a Pathways director, I'm incredibly proud to be part of this team of wonderful and talented directors. It fills me with so much pride to be part of this group. We've all been on this journey together. I, for one, can't wait to see their showcase pieces and their work in theatre beyond this evening.
We have 11 extracts for you to enjoy this evening, and we're going to have 6 in the first half, 5 in the second half, and each one will be preceded by an introduction from the director whose piece it is, who will give you some context for the extract and also tell you a little bit about their concept for the piece.
Good evening, I'm Tam Gilbert. I'm a white woman in my early 40s. I've got long curly-ish hair and I'm 5'2", and I'm wearing a black top and trousers and purple shoes. I'm excited to bring this evening an adapted duologue from My Mother Said I Never Should by Charlotte Keatley. The play tells the story of 4 generations of women from the same family and it explores their hopes, expectations, desires, and what it meant to be a woman and a mother growing up from 1920 to 1987. Throughout this director's programme, I've really enjoyed learning more about audio description, even more than I did before. And I'm learning how to embed it into the heart of my work, so that it's no longer seen as an add-on, but an interesting, exciting, invisible layer, which really makes the whole piece accessible to all. So, to this end, I've embedded the stage directions into the body of the scene, and this device also lends itself to communicating time and place to the audience as well. I play with live and recorded sound to create two worlds, one inside the living room of the two characters you are going to meet, and the other an outside, separate, devised but intrinsically linked backdrop to the social history of World War II. I play with speakers around the auditorium as well, and in the short time I've had with my actors, Cindy Armbruster, who plays Doris, and Michelle Felix, who plays Margaret, we've experimented with the sound shoes make to see if that can determine where an actor is in the space. And all of these I would include in my sound set and costume design in a full production. I'll let my actors introduce themselves, but just so you know, they're both wearing dark skirts, cream blouses. Michelle, as Margaret, has a red waistcoat and blue ribbons in her hair, white socks and black painted T-bar shoes. And Doris, Cindy as Doris, wears a blue floral apron and high heel shoes with red lipstick and a victory row. For the set, I have a dark red piano stool and a black table representing a piano upstage left, and downstage right, a red stocking hangs over a yellow laundry basket which is filled with washing. Enjoy.
It's Christmas, 1940. I'm Margaret. I'm 9. This is Suki, my dolly. I like her purple dress and bonnet. We live with Mummy and Father, but Father's always working. Mummy's 40. She's called Doris.
You put yesterday's dress in the basket?
It's laundry day today, so Suki and I are playing. This is our front room. It's quite big. We don't have any Christmas decorations. We've only got those white waxy roses with a red bow on them on our baby grand piano.
Won't you throw your sweetheart over, do? Now Mr. Roo, he's got a naughty eye that flickers. You ought to see it wobble when he's ironing ladies'
Nicholas!
blouses. Margaret! Oh, come out from the piano.
It was Suki! Suki, take them off
Never,
again.
never, never,
Take
never,
those
never,
knickers off again.
Told you before.
Stop pulling her up. Will you listen? You hurt Suki's arm. Tore her dress.
Will you listen?
It's okay, Suki. Mummy will give you cuddles.
I shall have to tell father.
Sorry.
Pardon?
Sorry, Mummy.
Mother.
I'm very sorry, Mother.
And you've spoiled your frock. I just
Haven't?
pressed that.
Oh, yes, I have.
Have you done your practice?
Yes. It's for Chopin and 10 very easy carols.
You ought to be playing Beethoven by now, not nursery rhymes. The amount we're paying for your tuition. Let me hear you play Beethoven's Minuet in G. Margaret, have you washed your hands?
Yes. Back of my hands, front of my hands.
Good girl. What on earth are you doing, Margaret?
I'm swaying with passion like the fat lady from the ballet orchestra.
Well, have less passion and more perseverance, please.
You lot should be inside. It's 5 p.m. You know the rules.
Right, sir. Do you want the cherries to kill us? In our beds?
I hate the darkness.
Skies are burning tonight.
Singing days, give me
I'm here! Move that rubber out the way. Easy now.
Are you alright, sweetheart?
That'll do for this evening, Margaret. I think we shall get on the piano. Close the lid.
Next door, I've got a proper Anderson shelter.
As shall we, presently. Father's been to the depot, but they've run out. Had a pre-Christmas rush. Here, take a quick help Mother make the bed, take a help.
Okay.
And I shall make you a bolster.
Don't forget my hot water bottle.
Of course.
Oh, and my Christmas stocking.
Of course. Here's your hot water bottle. And here's your Christmas stocking.
I shall hang it from the piano.
And here is your bolster.
Watch out, Suki! Here comes a big fat bomb!
Mother, will you stop playing around with the bolster?
Well, it looks like a bomb. Suki thinks Suki wants a Christmas stocking too. She's not very brave.
Margaret, put your headdress on.
Just a moment, Suki, lie down. Where's my gas mask?
Here. See? I'll put it by the bolster.
Where will you and Father sleep?
In the hall.
Why?
I think the ground floor is safest.
Why?
Sometimes the bombs make the house shake a little. They make holes in the roof, but nothing will fall into here.
Except the piano.
Go to sleep, Margaret.
evening, everyone. I'm Tafsila Khan. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a 5'4" female of South Asian heritage. I have blonde, dyed hair in curls and green eyes. The extract that I have chosen is from a play called Winners, which is written by a Welsh female writer called Lowry Jenkins. Through the lockdown, I got to work with Lowry and her theatre company called Nova to enhance my skills of theatre directing, and this was one of the pieces we worked on. The scene is set in a couple's therapy session, and this is where we meet David and Cassie. David is played by Douglas Walker and Cassie by Lowry Lewis. David wears a green button-down shirt, a blue beanie, and has a long, scruffy beard. Cassie is in black and wears a coral blouse. I chose the piece because I think a lot of couples can relate to their situation and thought it would be a great piece to showcase. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.
God, I love rugby. 30 gladiators all chasing after a slippery egg while they give each other wedgies. I used to hate it, but watching Dav has been the joy of my life. I had 4 brothers, all waltzed around like it was their right to play. But Dav, rugby elevated him. He was curial, cheeky. He could float through a tackle. People didn't know what to do with him.
The sport comes and goes, but she's been through it all.
But you were the best. You were better than Mike. You was better than them all. He was like an angel.
I broke my neck
I can't talk about that.
about 3 years ago. I broke it just a bit.
I can still hear it.
C4 damage break. In the good way. In the I can still walk way. I started twisting from under a tackle and, well, doctor said anything more from me and it would have been worse. Possible paralysis.
Everything was moving around him and he was there in the middle of it. Ice.
I was awake, just couldn't move.
You had everything ahead of you.
I was lucky.
If they'd looked after you better, you wouldn't be like this.
No. It is what it is. It's a funny thing with rugby. It's like walking a tightrope. You're on one side with all your preparation, and on the other side is, I don't know, a chance to do something great, but getting there is almost impossible, because one thing goes wrong and it's a long, long way down, and then you start all over again.
You'll get back up there.
I won't.
You can do it.
I don't think so.
You're brave. You're determined. You are talented.
The thing is,
We can do it.
I think you're right about me being down.
Really?
I've been in denial.
Right.
I've been depressed, haven't I?
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. No, I'm proud of you, David. I'm so proud.
But
You got this, Dav.
I've been a poor partner. I've been a dick. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
No, I'm so sorry.
No, Dav. It's fine. You can see it. I thought I was going mad. I'm so glad you can see it. Everything's all right. to do is take care of yourself, train again.
But I really, really don't want to. That's the thing.
What?
I know there's all these things I should be doing, all these things I should be eating or planning or setting goals or whatever, but I do not want to.
Oh, don't say that.
But that's exactly how I feel. I've had enough.
Oh, we can make a calendar, we can set some goals, and we can see the nutritionist.
I don't want to do any of that.
What?
Stop it! Just... Sorry. Look, babe, you were right to bring me here. I am miserable.
Yeah, because you're not playing rugby.
No, because I am playing rugby. Christ, I can't bear the thought of going back. God, I've been so bloody miserable. I don't enjoy playing rugby anymore, and I can't admit it to myself. I can't admit it to you. I've been avoiding it, drinking all that coffee. Bloody hell, I mean, this is a sadness beard. I've been telling myself I looked cool.
Hello, my name is Stephen George. I am a white working class male in his late 40s with short brown greying hair, a furry face, also greying, and my pronouns are he, him. Like a little teapot, I'm short and stout, and I am wearing a dark grey jumper, a blue and white checked shirt, grey and black houndstooth check trousers and tan shoes. The scene I have chosen is from a play called Tuesdays with Morrie by the US writer Mitch Albom. It is a true story based on the book of the same name and is about the relationship between Mitch and his old university professor Morrie Schwartz, and it is a celebration of life. The scene is from near the beginning of the play and is about their relationship, and it is the first meeting of the two after 16 years since graduation. Mitch is one of my favourite writers, and I've chosen this scene because I believe it changed his life. Their relationship has been the main focus of my directing. I've questioned the actors on their characters' actions and how they have felt at various stages throughout their lives in order to find out how that might inform the decisions they make during the scene. The scene is set in Morrie's house. We see Morrie sat at a dining table which has a picture of liquid on it. Morrie is played by John Sears, a white male in his 70s with white hair. He has a blanket covering his legs with brown slippers poking out of the bottom, and he has a maroon jumper, reflecting comfort during his illness. Mitch is played by Louis Kisson, a white 30-ish male with short brown hair. He has a hearing aid on his right ear, and he is wearing black trousers, a white shirt, blue tie, black blazer, and shoes, typical of a sports journalist. I am happy to answer any questions you might have after the showcase, so enjoy. Thank you.
next Tuesday, I'm on a plane to Boston, and suddenly I find myself in Maury's house, standing opposite him in his chair.
Mitchell Alba, my old friend. You've come back. You'll stay for lunch, right?
Well, I don't have a lot of time.
But you have to eat. You and me, we always eat. Besides, we're very healthy here. You want iced tea?
Iced tea's good. Is it here?
That's my urine beaker. You want to hold it, help an old man out? Oh, it's okay. I have helpers. There's a woman here now, Connie, Italian. She's terrific. Oh, they're all terrific. I have someone to massage my muscles so they don't seize up and to stretch my joints so they don't crunch down. Not to mention all the help I'm going to need when this thing really kicks in. I dread that.
I can imagine.
Can you? You want to know what the worst indignity is?
What?
Pretty soon somebody's going to have to wipe my ass.
Oh, actually, let me just take this quick. Yeah? No, I didn't cut you off. I dropped my car keys. Skip ahead. No. Keep the interview scheduled for 11. No, don't give it to Seiko. I'll be there, I promise. Sorry.
Oh, don't be. My phone goes all the time now. I get a lot of calls since the show.
Not lying. Yeah, that was something. I mean, there I am flipping channels, and you did great on the show. How did it happen?
Oh, well, I'll tell you. This thing I have been coming on for a long time. ALS.
Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yeah.
Remember the line?
What line?
From the movie. Gary Cooper is Lou Gehrig, and he's got Lou Gehrig's disease. And he goes in front of the Yankee Stadium and says over the loudspeakers, "Today, I consider myself so the luckiest man on the face of the earth."
Yeah. Well, I didn't say that. Anyway, this ALS acts fast. I had to stop swimming, stop driving, stop teaching. That hurt. You know me, I have to teach, or what am I here for? So I started observing my own decay. I started taking notes and keeping ideas and aphorisms. And a friend of mine gave them to a reporter, and next thing I knew, I get a phone call from Ted Koppel. He comes to the house, wants to know what I think of his show. I said, I've only seen it twice. Twice, he says. I said, don't feel bad. I've only seen opera once.
So what did you think of his show the 2 times you saw it?
Oh, I thought he was a narcissist.
You didn't tell him that.
Oh, I did. I said, you act like you know the answer to all the questions before you ask them. I said, you don't know anything about dying. I do. If you're going to interview me, you need to be prepared to learn something. So anyway, we did the show, and something good has come out of it already.
Because you're famous.
Because you came back.
Yeah. Hey, Mario. Sorry I've lost touch with almost everyone from college. Beer drinking buddies, the first woman I ever woke up with in the morning.
That was in college, huh?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, let's catch up. Sit down. What have you been up to for 16 years? Start at graduation.
Well, when I left Boston, I was going to be a jazz musician.
Oh, I love that. A jazz musician?
Yeah, well, I'm not a jazz musician.
Oh, so what are you?
I'm a journalist.
Oh, what do you cover? Education? Science?
No.
International affairs?
Does soccer count?
Oh.
No, I'm a sports reporter.
Oh.
Economist, actually. I also write books, do some radio, TV.
Oh, ever been on Nightline?
No.
Well.
I live in Detroit, Michigan, the Motor City. Ever been there?
I don't think so.
Well, I've been there a long time now.
Do you still drive that Mercury Cougar?
No, I don't have the Cougar.
Oh, and have you found someone to share this life with?
Sure, yes, very nice woman.
Have you named her?
Janine. She's a singer.
Janine.
Yeah, she's great. We're getting married next month. We've been dating 7 years.
Oh, Mr. Impulsive.
Yeah. Well, it's finding the time. I mean, there's the hockey playoffs, the basketball playoffs, and then I'm into all these outlets, TV, radio, print. You have to hustle to make sure you're on top.
Mitch, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are you at peace with yourself? Are you trying to be as human as you can be?
Well, I saw you on the show.
Oh, you want to know what it's like to die?
No. I'm not some ghoul.
Well, that's why most people come. I'm not fully alive. I'm not quite dead. Somewhere in between. I'm about to take the last journey into the great unknown. People want to know what to pack. Do you know how I'm going to die?
How?
I'll suffocate. You see, in healthy people, the brain sends a signal to the muscle. It says, move foot, and the foot moves. But with ALS, the signal doesn't get through, so the muscle doesn't get used, withers and dies. The feet, the legs, the arms, the hands. The body kills itself. Me, I've had asthma for years, so when the disease gets to my lungs... Oh, now here's the test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Mark! Do you need the... What's the name?
No. Give me a minute. Oh, phew. When I first did this with the doctor, I could reach 33. Now it's 12. My tank's nearly empty.
Coach?
Oh, that's me. I'm still your coach.
I gotta go. My flight. I gotta get the car back to the rental place. Check in.
Well, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
Take care, Maury.
Mitch, dying is only one thing to be sad about. Living unhappily, that's something else.
Bethan Evans. I'm a white woman in my mid-30s with long blonde hair. I'm wearing a blue dress. And I've directed an extract of Midnight Movie by Eve Lee, which was on at the Royal Court in 2019. Midnight Movie is an abstract play, so there was no assigned dialogue in the original text. I've assigned that myself alongside my actors. My actors are Douglas Walker, who is playing the role of Body, and you will have heard him speak as the MC. The other actor is Charlotte Ayres, who is playing the role of Mel. Mel is a white woman in her early 20s with short red hair, wearing a dressing gown. There's a table in the centre of the stage with Mel's laptop on it. Mel goes to her laptop while waiting for it to load, while her body lurks in the background. There will be parts where Mel and Body talk over each other. This is supposed to be chaotic, so don't worry if you can't decipher everything. There are other visual actions, but I think you get a sense of them from what the actors are doing with their voices. Thank you.
The first thing I knew was different was my eyes. I have 2D vision. It was first diagnosed when I was 6 years old, And I was told, if anyone asked what was wrong with my eyes, to just say, everything looks like a movie. But for me, that's not true. I don't know what a movie looks like. Everything looks like everything. Everything looks like it always has. I'm neurologically incapable of telling the difference between real life and a screen.
That is not a metaphor. Do not think that's a metaphor. It's not a metaphor. That's how my eyes work. That diagnosis was the shark's fin above the waterline. The bite of it only showed itself with time.
All I want for my condition is to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. But it's like a midnight movie. The music never comes in when it's supposed to, and I dare you to wait for a Hollywood ending. There are days when you forget you're ill.
And days when it hits you like the hammer of the gods of strength.
We are already ghosts.
The birds are beginning to sing, and I'm no closer to sleep.
The degenerative condition is having a body in the first place. No matter who you are, you're a raw, hairless ape with a transient body and a permanent digital reflection. Okay, places that can't accommodate bodies. Bodies in the wrong places.
Go alone!
At its peak, there is no past, there is no future. The world shrinks to nothing but the water being squeezed from your head.
Sorry, it's just buffering. Sorry. Yep, there's a little wheel thing of death. I'll try restarting it.
And we're back. The woman in the fur with the wide eyes and metallic breath. She turns to me in my car. It's as if she's gonna whisper something, and she kisses me. I'm kissing this strange... My clothes. Her fingers are through my clothes. Somehow. What the fuck is happening? Her fingers reach down to my legs. Her mouth... My heart could beat out of my chest. Her lips on my chest feel like burning. I'm in a midnight movie. What the fuck is happening? And then she unhinges her jaw and swallows my body whole. Tighter. The crush. The squeeze. Nothing to help, nothing to stop, nothing to distract, nothing to help.
The oyster
Dissolving.
crush work?
The ants
How do I
eating
speak?
away, dissolving
How
into
does
nothing.
Uber work? How does Bumble work? How does
Collapsing in
Tinder
the
work?
goddess's hands.
How
How
do
do
I
you
look?
like me now? How do I live? How do I live?
How do I get
How
energy?
do I love
How do
thee?
I
How
get
do
there?
I
Don't
get
wake them up.
you alone?
How do I get
live
friends?
without you?
How do I get through the day? How
this?
do I get through life?
The tsunami in the cup of tea.
You, my illness, you swallowed me whole. You're the only one driving the car. You're it.
That's not true. That's just the way you make me feel. That's just the way you make me feel. So good, so fucking real. That's just the way you make me feel.
Oh, I went to a gig for the first time in a while, and I have to tell you, it was hot dog shit. I'm joking, it was amazing. She is amazing. She's a hero of mine and a free-ass motherfucker, and I promise you, she really wants you to be a free-ass motherfucker too. But I can't be a free-ass motherfucker in this crush of people. I can't be a free-ass motherfucker standing up the whole time, and I definitely can't be a free-ass motherfucker when the music is turned up so ungodly loud that paradoxically no one can hear anything at all. And my body was just completely wrong for that place.
Reboot.
Well, that place was just completely wrong for my body.
Reboot.
That place made me feel like my body was wrong. Well, when I think we know that my body is the way it is, there's no right or wrong about it. So how can you rebel when your body won't stop rebelling? I've got this mental picture of some people standing in the pit and some people sitting.
And the rest of us on rigs in the sky. Wired aliens spinning through the air. Our unaccommodating, beautiful bodies above the crowd. A street protest. All of us on stretchers, swooning on the ground, stopping traffic. Or a digital protest, filling your whole timeline with until you can't move for pictures of us. Malevolent hitchhikers, and all too queer, too weird, too sexy for the daylight hours.
Yeah, we're there.
Except, we're not there.
We're here.
I hope you've all enjoyed the showcase pieces so far this evening. I know I certainly have. As a Pathways director, we've learnt so much throughout this process. We've learned how to work with directors, how to work on scripts from page to stage. We've learnt so much. We've learnt some unexpected things throughout this process as well, like how to position a webcam so you're not only showing the top half of your face. But joking aside, this has been an extremely fulfilling and amazing process, and one that I know I'll never forget. We're now going to take a short interval for around 20 minutes, and we'll see you in the second half. Thank you.
The screen fades to black, and white text appears in the centre of the screen that reads, second half.
Hello, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your interval. I hope you enjoyed the first half. I particularly enjoyed that Welsh rugby player. He was handsome, I thought. We've got 5 more pieces for you in this half, and then after that, if you have the time, we would love it if you would stick around in the bar and chat to any of the directors or the performers that you've seen on stage this evening. Extant tries to make every aspect of theatre accessible, but one of the most difficult areas to do that is in networking. It's obviously a vital part of any creative professional's work life is making new contacts, but for visually impaired artists there are barriers as simple as not knowing who else is in the room. So we would like to invite you to practice accessible networking with us. So a few things to bear in mind. One, if you would like to talk to a particular artist, then please approach them. Don't wait for them to approach you. And when you do approach them, it's always great if you introduce yourself with your name, even if you have met that person before, as they may well not be able to identify you visually. And that, of course, goes for the next time you meet them sometime down the road, as we're sure you will. Introduce yourself with your name again, and that helps overcome that barrier. Another thing to think about is if you wanted to swap details with someone to keep in contact with them, it might be easier for you to take their details in this kind of context than for them to take yours. And also, it's great practice to, if you are, say, in a group conversation, to also let people know when you're leaving that conversation as well as entering, so that everyone in the conversation has a chance to keep track of who it is they're talking to at any one time. And you know, with all that done, then that makes the networking aspect of being a theatre maker that much easier and more accessible. But for now, we'll get on with our first piece. And the next piece is by director Karina Jones. Unfortunately, she can't be with us in person today because she is up in Leeds working on a certain Scottish play. But she has recorded us this message.
Hello, my name is Karina Jones. My pronouns are she, her. I am white-skinned with blonde hair and blue eyes. When it came to choosing a scene for the Pathways showcase, I wanted something with a disabled character in it. So I chose a play by Sarah Page called Punts. This is the first scene from the play. The action takes place in Jack's bedroom. We see Antonia, who's Jack's mum, laying a shirt out ready for him on the bed, and then Jack comes into the room. Jack is a 25-year-old adult son, and I'm going to leave the rest to the actors to audio describe themselves and what's going on. I hope you enjoy it.
Hello, I'm Michelle Felix. I'm 5'3". I've got golden brown skin, long dark brown curly hair. I'm wearing a sky blue blouse with matching earrings, black trousers, black shoes. I'll be playing Antonia, Jack's mum, and I'm currently holding Jack's socks.
Hello, my name is Luke Fox, and I'll be playing the character of Jack. I am a white man in my early 20s. I'm 6'2" tall. I have brown hair, blue eyes. Now, I'm currently wearing a white vest, black trousers, but no shoes or socks, bare feet, and I just came out of the shower, so I have a white towel over my shoulder, so I'll just dry my hair more. See you in a bit.
Having to sort out Jack's wardrobe. Oh, it's all go, isn't it? Oh, goodness. Did you wash your... Remember what I said to you about rolling back the embed?
Yeah.
Just do it.
Cleaned it in the sink. Used Dad's flannel. No, I don't want to wear that shirt.
It's a Thomas thing. You look so handsome in it.
Mum.
It's a lovely shirt, I think. It's your best shirt. Let me help you dry your hair. Did you watch the video I sent you the link to?
The porno?
The female-friendly pornography, yes.
I watched it with Dad.
Did you like it?
I liked it.
Smashing.
Not as much as Dad did, though. He said it was eye-opening.
Did he? Eye-opening?
Yeah.
Have you any questions at all?
No.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. What's fisting? No.
You won't need to know what that is.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, darling.
Oh.
Where did you hear that word?
I don't know.
Jack?
Rugby club.
You mustn't follow the boys at a rugby club.
I don't...
You must be your own person. Put your socks on.
She is pretty, isn't she?
She looked lovely in the photos online. Well, her body does. Her face was all pixelated. She was delightful on the phone too.
Cool.
She's got a very sexy voice, Jack.
How long will we hang out for?
We booked you a 2-hour appointment.
Appointment?
Date.
Should we give her something to eat first?
Should have had a tea.
Yeah.
You'll just chat a little, then you'll have sexual intercourse. Nothing to worry about. You know, I really do think this is the best shirt for the occasion.
Yeah. Have you told her about...
Yes, and she's terribly excited to meet you.
She doesn't mind?
She's had dates with young men similar to you before.
Yeah?
She'll lead you through it all step by step.
Have you told Danny and Hugh about it?
I didn't think they needed to know yet.
Is it a secret?
Not a secret per se.
But I can't even tell my brothers.
No.
It sounds like a secret.
Maybe for now you can just talk to me about it. Or your dad.
Okay.
Don't mention it to your friends at rugby club quite yet.
Why can't I tell them?
Don't talk about these things really.
Oh, but the lads go on about sex all the time. I actually don't think I've ever heard them talk about anything else. It would be cool for me to finally have something to say.
Maybe, why don't we discuss this afterwards?
I just was like...
Mine does too.
You're nervous?
It's fine, Jack. This is the way everyone feels before a first date. It's fine.
Is it?
What you're feeling is perfectly normal.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. Jack, you look very handsome.
Thanks, Mum.
Would you like a spray of your father's cologne?
The good bottle.
Righto.
Not the one you got Dad for Christmas.
Okay, Pickle. Are you ready to become a man?
I'm 25 years old. I've been a man for years.
So you have.
The good bottle?
All right.
My name is Anthony Goff. I'm a white man, 5 foot 7 inches tall, with spiky blonde hair. Pronouns are he, him. This evening, I'm showcasing extracts from the Florian Zeller play La Pierre, or The Father, a play about a man, Andre, in his 80s, who refuses all assistance from his daughter as he ages. As he tries to make sense of his changing circumstances, he begins to doubt his loved ones, his own mind, and even the fabric of his own reality. Andre's reality is central to my concepts for the piece. We hear the sounds that he hears, and the female role has been made intentionally ambiguous, because that's the nature of Andre's reality. The lighting will be simplistic, reflecting the lighting found in the home, but it will dim and fade at times as a nod to Andre's changing circumstances. The set consists of 2 chairs, a table. Props include a radio and a pill dispenser. Margaret will be playing the role of the woman. She's 5'9", white woman with brown hair. She'll be using a scarf and altering her accent to distinguish between 2 roles. John will be playing the role of Andre. He's 6 foot, white man with short grey hair. He'll be wearing pyjama top, slippers, pants, and also wears spectacles. John is the first person we'll hear in this piece. It's been a brilliant experience working on it, and I hope you all enjoy it.
Did I sleep well? Did I sleep well? How should I know? I suppose so. I've forgotten the sugar.
I'll bring it!
Sugar. Simple, really. I take 2 in the morning. Men fall into 2 groups. Those that have sugar in there and the rest. I like to think of myself as a member of the former. What's this? Who put this table here?
Here! I brought you some sugar.
What?
You take 2.
Where's Anne?
She's gone out.
Really? Already?
I should be back soon.
Da da dee 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 da da dum dee da 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 dum dee 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 da da dum.
Dad.
Dee da da dum.
Dad, tell me what happened. Dad.
And I've told you nothing happened.
Tell me.
Nothing happened. Just you bursting in here as if something had.
Nothing happened. I've just had her on the phone.
Oh, so what does that prove?
You can't go on behaving like this. She left in tears.
Who?
She's there to help you.
To help me? This is my flat, isn't it? I don't need her. Don't need anyone.
She told me you called her a little bitch.
What, me?
Yes.
Could be. I can't remember.
No, have you taken your medication? Dad?
What time is it?
Oh, it's time for medication. Here we are. Best take them now. Then it's done, don't you think? There are 3 today. That little blue one, that's the one you like, your little blue pill. Pretty colour, isn't it?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes?
Are you a nanny?
No.
Then why are you speaking at me as if I was in a nursery?
Me? I wasn't speaking as if you were.
Little blue pill, your little blue pill, your little blue pill.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think you were. I apologise. Well, it won't happen again.
Notice anything about the flat?
What, like?
It's changed. Yeah. You see that piece of furniture there? Who put that there?
I don't know, your daughter, I imagine.
My daughter. My daughter. My daughter.
Dad, she was in tears.
Just because I called
No, because you... With a curtain rod.
With a curtain rod? Me? No. What nonsense is this?
That's what she told me. She told me you threatened her physically.
She's raving mad, Anne. I mean, can you see me doing that with a curtain rod? It's slander. It's scandalous. She's threatening, you see. Yeah. Best she just leaves. Especially as...
Especially as what?
Oh, listen, if you must know, I think she was, I suspect she was.
She was what?
Well, I didn't want to tell you, but I suspect she was.
She was what, Dad?
She was stealing from me.
Oh, no. Not this again! You can't keep this up!
accusing?
She stole it. My watch.
You probably lost it again.
No. I already had my suspicions. I kept my eye on her. So I set a trap. I put it in. It was in. I can't remember where, but it's nowhere to be found.
She, her. I'm wearing a white top with black leggings, and this play I'm directing. It's also my first piece of writing, produced especially for tonight's showcase. It's called Below the Surface, and the concept is about a young person troubled, traumatized, and struggling with life and themselves, and how they can find a moment of meaning in an unexpected place. The scene is set in almost darkness, with moody lighting later, still very contrasty, and there's an ashtray, a speaker, tobacco packets, cigarette lighter, and rolling papers. The first character, played by Nell, is in her early 20s, playing in her early 20s, and she's wearing scruffy dark clothes. The second character, Bonnie, is wearing a light shirt, vintage blouse with navy skirt. Thank you. Hope you enjoy it.
Nothing is perfect, nothing is free, and down will play your math.
Oh, great, this fucking thing's playing up again.
Thank God that depressing music stopped.
Oh man, I'm wasted.
Why are you sitting in the dark?
I guess we're going through this again because it's better this way. It makes mess disappear.
I'm getting some light in here. Look at all those empty cigarette packets. It's gonna kill you one day.
Actually, they're not cigarette packets. I smoke rolling tobacco.
The same difference?
Well, take a good look. You don't need to tell me. I know I'm a fucking loser, alright?
You're not. You might be living like one, though.
Who cares? It's not like anyone's gonna see it anyway. I wasn't exactly expecting any visitors.
Oh, so I'm just a visitor now, am I? I've missed you too.
Oh, come on. This isn't real. You're not actually here.
Okay. What's the matter?
What?
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Right. You've never been one to talk about your problems, but hey, I have all the time in the world.
Can you not? What on earth are you doing here?
Call it a welfare check.
This is mad. Ow!
Don't hurt yourself.
You're still here.
Look at yourself.
No.
You look like death.
You can talk.
More than you, it seems.
I'm fine!
You're not fooling anyone. Look after yourself. When you punish yourself, you punish me.
Oh well. Maybe I'm done. Maybe I'm really, really tired.
Then get some rest. You'll feel better tomorrow.
And maybe I won't. Maybe I'm tired of trying to survive. Trying to figure out this labyrinth of life. It's cold, dark, and the walls are closing in. I'm stuck, lost, and alone inside. Maybe it's a quarter-life crisis.
Quarter-life crisis? At least you have a life. I remember when I was your age.
Oh, yeah, the good old, bad old days. You wouldn't know what it's like.
Really? Then tell me.
I'm broke and alone for a start. Everyone I know seems to have got it worked out. They're perfect and always in some kind of relationship. I've got nothing.
You sound like me, you know. You don't have to live like I did. People can't be happy all the time. Don't you think you might be judging by appearances?
No, I'm not like them. I don't look or act a certain way. Like, I'm too damaged to meet anyone, to get all excited, for it to just end up as another empty fling. I'll bet you've never had to go through that.
You don't know what it was like back then. Perhaps things were simpler, perhaps there was more commitment on the face of things. But you're lucky. You have so much freedom now.
Well, guess what? I don't feel free. I feel forced into a too small box where you have to contort yourself like a human pretzel.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with you. You're beautiful. So what if you're a bit different? Everyone's perfectly imperfect.
Stop! Please! But why don't you ever get imperfect or disabled bodies in sex scenes? And I don't mean in like a fetishized way. Some people stay invisible, but then you get every twisted, violent fantasy imaginable online.
Attractiveness is more than someone's body. Look at me.
What is real anymore? Is the path to lasting love really having to go through endless, empty hookups? Pretend like you're cool about everything. Like, what do I have to do?
I'm sorry. I'm not there, really. There. I mean, it's my fault.
Oh, stop blaming yourself for everything. Is there ever any wonder I'm like this? I thought you were here to give me some answers.
You know, I felt stuck like you. Back then, people kept their sadness a secret, brushed it under the carpet. You don't have to pretend that you're fine.
It's safer that way.
It's not healthy staying cramped up in here. So nature wouldn't hurt. Get out of the city. You could go to the beach.
Fuck no.
I remember when you were little. You must have been about 5. It was your first time at the beach. And you were so scared of the sea. You cried because you thought it was full of sharks. I tied a rubber float around your swimsuit. You were so cute. And with a bit of encouragement, you started smiling. I was cheering you on and you couldn't stop laughing.
Well, I hated it.
I took loads of photos of you.
I let you take photos of me.
Oh, you were innocent then. Not a care in the world.
I'd rather die than get caught in a swimsuit now.
I want you to remember things.
So how is that meant to help me?
It's good to remember how things felt when you were young and I was younger.
You want me to relive episodes from my sad past?
I hope you didn't mean that, but if I can finish, I just think if you really look back, you might see things differently, and then you might feel differently now.
Remembering sucks. It reminds me that I'm on my own.
Remember the moments that you felt happy and free? Search for them. Sometimes that's all we have to keep us afloat.
I will try to keep my head above water.
Keep swimming, my love.
My darling, hold my hand and I'll hold
Zara Jane, and I have dark brown hair, wearing glasses, and I've got a striped top on and jeans. I chose this piece from Martha Josie and the Chinese Elvis. It's a play written by Charlotte Jones, and it's set in the 90s, and we're in Josie Botting's living room. Josie Botting is played by Margaret, and she is wearing a tiara, party clothes and stilettos. She has a birthday party, which is today in January, and she lives with one daughter who is disabled, and her other daughter appears on this day after a long time of no conversation or communication. At this point, Shelley Louise, her other daughter who disappeared, is about to leave. So please enjoy.
Why did you come back?
Doesn't really matter now, does it?
Matters to me.
I don't know. Was your birthday? Did that surprise you?
Well, it did surprise me. Thank you.
Well, I should...
Here! Something to remember us by.
I don't need anything.
Ren gave it me. Go on. Give it a shake. Watch the snow fall. Good girl. I'm glad you came back. I didn't realise till just now, but for the last 4 years I've been frozen, suspended in animation. But then you came back, and that's when it happened, this miraculous thing. As soon as you turned up, I could feel this tingling feeling up my spine and then down my arms. At first I didn't know what was happening to me. Go on, keep shaking. But then I realised I'm getting the feeling back. I'm thawing out. And that's a medical impossibility. I was frozen, and you've brought me back to life. I'm alive again because of this prodigal return, this brave and prestigious return, so full of good things I can't begin to count them. So whatever your reason, I'll thank you. Because this is the best birthday present I've ever had.
There's a man. He wants to marry me.
Yeah?
A good man, not, you know.
No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Carry on shaking. Go on.
And I don't even know what to do about him. I can't even, you know, sleep with him properly.
Keep on shaking.
I thought none of this mattered. Where I came from, I thought it was all in the past. I could just wipe you out as if he never existed, but not that easy.
No.
I feel terrible. I can't sleep, I can't do anything.
Well, that's love for you.
I thought I'd tell you, that's all. I thought I'd pop by and tell you.
Shake it again, and you listen to me. I need to say this before you go. All I want is for you to be happy. You and Bethan Marie. Swap hands if it's a because my love for you and her knows
knows no bounds. When it comes to love, I'm a Goliath. I've been practicing all my life, and I don't care if you're Shelley Louise or Louise or Louis the bloody 14th. You'll never stop me. So, if you want to be a bride, I'll run up the aisle with you. If you want to be a lap dancer, I'll fix your table. And if you want to take another break from me, I'll just keep on snowing until you come back. So that's it. The most I've ever said without the end of a whip. You can stop now. Let the snow settle. Let it settle. Does your wrist hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting you in training for married life.
Mum! I've never...
I know.
I'm really...
I know.
That it's not all going to be plain sailing.
I know that. Come here.
Hello, I'm Ada Aravama, she, her, 5'4", black African female with kinky straight hair. My piece, Yesterday, written and directed by myself, explores the changing of time and how it changes you. We meet an old man as he remembers his youth. This is a movement physical theatre piece. My two actors are Adam, 6 foot Caucasian male with brown hair, and Nell, 5'6", blonde Caucasian female. My actors will be using 2 pieces of long material, which will be used throughout the whole choreographed movement. The 2 pieces of material are acting as points of connection and energy between characters, flowing and wrapping around and between them, creating intimacy and distance. Sound design written by Zena Baird. I'm happy to answer any questions later. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Sun rises. Birdsong fills the air. See the orange as it reflects all around me. My arms, my legs, my cheeks. I am alive. As I turn to see an old man sitting alone.
I look in the mirror at that aged face, and my back is curved. And my knees don't stand the stairs no more. That beat in my chest sees no graze. Day rises, light creeps through, chasing shadows like yesterday. Rise, rise. From the floor, she arches upwards, urging the body to move on. Stretch your bones and your toes. Lift your knees and your hips. Arch your back. Move your arms. And clench those fists. Yeah, you're alive. They never tell you the truth about aging. Though you pray, your heart stays the same. Yes, you're reminded you don't bend no more. But your heart stays the same. I remember youth.
Remember you? Shoulders relaxed. Hips elastic. Back fit. Stand up straight.
Ah! A fire in my chest and electric at my feet. The gift of being young. I thought I had it all. So sure I had it all. Me and my silver tongue. Especially with women. The way she looked at me. The uncertainty and how I could make them laugh. I loved it all.
Hi.
We intertwine, coral and green, always entangled.
I'm going to a party next week.
You need a +1.
And you want 3.
Are you inviting me?
Call me.
All those women that caught my eye, the people I met, and their lives I fell in love with. The tension, the anticipation, the excitement. Oh, Jess.
No. It's Jackie.
That was my youth. The speed of it. It was confusing. There were heartbreaks. There were fun times though. I have many regrets. And I have none. But I do regret those days are gone. Give them to me. All the things I could have said. Give them back. All the things I could have done. Give them back to me.
Showcase piece for this evening. We'd like to thank you all for coming along and supporting our Pathways directors.
There are too many people to thank individually who made tonight possible. Hopefully you've all got your digital programs so you can see just how many people were involved. We would like to thank the Cockpit Theatre for hosting us. We'd like to thank Arts Council England, without whom none of this would be possible. We'd especially like to thank our access workers and Caroline, whose tireless hard work has and I think one more round of applause for all of your directors and performers that you've seen this evening.
And if you'd like to join us in the bar afterwards, I'm sure us Pathways directors would be keen to meet you all and speak to you. Bear in mind Dougie's great advice about accessible networking. Thank you all for coming, and good night.
White screen, black text. Compares: Anthony Goff, Dougie Walker. Pathways directors: Paula Connolly, Tam Gilbert, Tafsila Khan, Stephen George, Amy Bethan Evans, Karina Jones, Anthony Goff, Lily Ann, Zara Jane, Ada Aravama. Actors: Laurie Lewis, Sophie Aram, Cindy Jane Armbruster, Michelle Felix, Dougie Walker, Louis Kissourn, John Sears, Charlotte Ayres, Luke Fox, Margaret Tully, Bonnie Adair, Nell Hardy, Adam Bone. Understudies: Simon Dedaney, Elizabeth Schenk. BSL interpreters: Colette Burgess, Bernadette Travers, Samuel Rojas, Steve Hudson, Caroline Richardson, Louise Mitchum, Vicky Pennell. Access workers: Chikodi Nwawu, Andrew Baguli, Grace Joseph, Dot Alma, Catherine Bond. Special thanks to the Cockpit and Access All Areas. The Showcase Creative Team: Extant Showcase Director, Programme Manager Caroline Jayaratnam Joyner, Stage Manager Ruth Bergen, Technician James Cabot, Backstage Crew Jeremiah Johnson, Video Production by Primo Digital Video Productions, filmed and edited by Paul Veer. The Extant Team: Artistic Director Maria Oshodi, the General Manager Rianne Rosen, the Administrator Amelia Zhao, Accounts Kate Kempin. With thanks to our funders, the Arts Council England, the Leather Sellers Company Charitable Fund, Ulverscroft Foundation and the Wingate Foundation.